Welcome to Guns Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in today. Wanted to discuss today's topic of one is none, two is one. And if you've kind of been around the prepping and survival circles and things like that, or you've been in the military, you know what that means. And it essentially means you've got to have a backup to your gear. Because if one breaks or if one is lost and you only have one, then you have none. So one is none, two is one. So you need to apply that with your preps and your EDC and things like that you do. EDC meaning everyday carry. Now, do I carry two flashlights on me? No, but I carry one flashlight on me, and I carry at least one, maybe two flashlights in my vehicle, in my car, okay? So you got to kind of rationalize this out of what you have to carry gear with. Let's say you're a business person, you have a briefcase. Well, I might carry a flashlight on me and carry one in my briefcase. So it really depends. There's certain things that I'm going to carry on me, two of. Certain things I may have in the car. I may have in a bug out bag, but one I'm going to carry EDC anyway. Things like that. So some of the important things. Let's talk firearms just for a moment. A lot of times I have at least 2 to 3 firearms with me or on me at all times, and I may have this in my pocket, which is a Taurus TCP 380. I may have something like that in my pocket at all times, and then I have my M&P Shield or my Glock 19, Glock 17 in my car. Okay? But whenever I'm carrying, I always carry a spare magazine on my person. I may have more ammo and I may have a couple more magazines in my car, but I always have 2 magazines with me. A, because of ammunition capacity, and B, if I have a malfunction. A lot of times in semi-automatics, 90% of the time you can correct most malfunctions or issues with pistols. It's usually magazine related of some sort. So, knives. I may carry something like this, and then, which is a folder, it's a tactical style folder by Kershaw, and then I may carry something like this, which is a money clip that actually has a pocket knife on it. You may want to carry a multi-tool. This right here is the Gerber dime. You may want to carry that on a keychain. So now I've got this in my pocket, I've got this on a keychain or just in my pocket. Long arms, like rifles. If you have optics, make sure you have backup sights. In other words, I can use my optics as long as they're working, but I have something like this where I can go to my backup sights. Methods to start fire. I may have a lighter in my pocket. I may have other means, but then I've got something like this that I wear that is a survival bracelet with a built-in fire steel in the end of it. So I've got a few ways to start fire. I'm wearing this all the time. Compass. I may have one in my go bag. I may have one in my get home bag, but I may have one in a little survival tin that I keep in my car. I've done a review on my survival tin that I have, and then I have this always on me at all times on my watch that I wear. I may have something like this Gerber knife back here that I keep on me in my vehicle or on my bug out bag or in an EDC kit or something like that, but I have these other knives here. Communications. I've got probably 8 or 10 pair of these radios. I recently bought some more, so I don't even know how many I have now. I think I got 8 or 10. So I'll keep at least 2 radios in my car, so I can use one, pass one off to somebody, so we can communicate. I want backups to that, so I can pass off to friends, family in a really bad situation, or whatever. Just even in camping, I can at least, or you're going trail riding with your buddies. You've got a way to communicate. And if one radio breaks, if you only got a pair of radios and one of them breaks, guess what? Now I only have one radio and I can't communicate. So you have to think about that. 2 radios may not be enough. 2 knives, probably okay. Depends on the knives and the quality and stuff like that. Firearms, you at least want a couple. Now, if you're in like an officer perspective, police officer, law enforcement, a lot of times you're going to wear your sidearm, then you're going to wear a backup on you at all times. I typically don't carry a backup with me all the time on my person. I might carry, like I said, one in the vehicle and then one otherwise. But guys, think about that when you are looking at your preps and kind of your main essential gear. You want to make sure that you have more than one method to do something. And another way to, when you get into your EDC packs or get home bags, gear, your kits, look at ways of tethering. I do a lot of tethering to my pack, and especially important items, like knives and things like that. I want to figure out a way to tether that to me somehow and make sure that even though I have two, I don't really want to lose either one of them, to be honest with you. So think about that and make sure that you have backups. And just remember the saying, one is none, two is one. And when you're thinking your method of the way you carry and what you carry at all times. Anyway, guys, keep it short and brief. Just wanted to kind of go over some points. If you hadn't thought about it, make sure you're doing that. That's very important. You don't want to get stuck and you only had one knife in your pocket and you get in a dire situation and you need a knife and you lost it, or it fell out and it's in the seat of your car and you didn't realize it was there, and whatever the case. So anyway, guys, make sure you are following those golden rules, and you will make yourself a lot better situation if you ever need it. Anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in. If you like our videos, give us that thumbs up. That's always appreciative. It's down there in that section below. If you like our content, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. You'll be notified if you hit the notification button. You'll be notified of more content similar to this. And if you would, share it on your social media and places like that, Google+, and that's always appreciative. As always, guys, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll bring you another video shortly. Have a great day, guys.